Well, good morning again. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We've been having such heavy storms here in the area that maybe we just got bumped by the storm. So I'll give everybody a minute to log in and then we'll kind of go back over the visualization exercise we were doing. And don't worry, you can always get it live and in the replay. So, just relax. Life is good. So again, this is a visualization I use when I look at my calendar. When I want to arrive fully and intentionally. Good morning, Donna. Not sure how we got bumped, but this is a visualization exercise, a meditation type of exercise that I use to prepare me for my day, for my meetings, for upcoming events. So if you want to take a minute and get back in, your settled in position. Good morning, Dr. Reid. We are doing a little morning meditation kind of thing. Good morning, Liz. I'm stepping in your lane. We're going to do a morning meditation about the day ahead. So take a moment, settle in, do your deep breathing. This is more of a, this isn't getting in the dark room with the sacred music and the incense and all of that kind of meditation. This is just, meditation is when we take control of our mind and our body and our spirit intentionally. When we take a moment and just separate out from all of the things going on around us and become back connected to ourselves. So do a deep breath. It doesn't have to be in through your nose, out through your mouth, or out through your mouth, in through your, whatever causes your shoulders to drop. It can be a sigh, it can be a release, whatever feels natural and comfortable for you. And so, as I was saying, I look at my calendar and I may see an event in it, or I'll look ahead to the day and I may recognize a meeting with a person, or being in the car, or having a phone conversation, or having to confront employees or team members. Or there's something in my day that I know is going to be one of those moments. One of those, this is going to be hard, this is going to be tough, this is something I don't want to do moment. It's, that eat the frog moment, that one where you just sort of begin to tense before you got out of bed because you know it's coming kind of moment. And so what I'll do is I'll just breathe in for a minute. And I'll picture that, whatever it is, my calendar, the building, the people, the sights, the sounds, as best as I can. And then I'll see myself walking towards it. Often I sort of think about myself about 10 paces away from whatever it is, or 10 minutes away from whatever it is, or 10 is a number in my head. And I'll start to walk towards it. And with each step, I'll start to move my mouth into a smiled position. So the edges will start to creep up. And I'll take a breath. And then they'll creep up a little more and I'll take another breath. What happens during this is our body responds to the muscle cues of a smile. Our body sees and feels the muscle moving into a smile position. It feels the corners of our mouth going up, our eyes wrinkling, our face muscles changing, our shoulders dropping. And it says, oh, we're safe, we're happy, we're in a position where we can let go. And it begins to release those chemicals into our brain that are those relaxing chemicals, that are those joyful chemicals, that are those happy chemicals, those party chemicals. And so as I do each of the breaths and each of the steps and move towards it more and more, I hold that smile bigger and deeper, because my body is responding not to the thoughts, not to the emotions, not to the experience, but to the muscles. And you know this because you can clench your fist and then release it and you feel relaxed. You can hold your shoulders and release it and feel relaxed. You can yawn and then feel tired, or see somebody yawn and feel tired. So as you look at that moment ahead, as you look at that experience coming, as you look at that confrontation or difficult phone call or whatever it is, and your body is in all that tense and anger and frustration moment, breathe in. Fake a little bit of a smile. Breathe again and work that smile a little bit bigger. Now, you don't have to turn out looking like the Joker. It can just be a little corners going up, a little teeth being shown, a little eyes relaxing. And pretty soon you're going to see that image, that event, that experience, that whatever it is that you were dreading is now infused or impacted or covered with those happy, joyful chemicals, those positive chemicals, those smile chemicals that you've just created. Your perspective about that event has been shifted because you were intentional. You took thought, you took action to change your perspective about that moment, about that event, about that experience. And by changing your perspective from that of dread and fear and anger and frustration or whatever it is into happiness and joy, you're going to approach it differently. You're going to be a different person moving into that experience. And guess what? The outcome is directly related to the experience and the impact and who you are walking into it. So obviously, if I'm going to walk into this dreading it and hating it, not wanting to do it, and it's just going to be the worst day, worst thing of my life, my God, I can't believe I have to do this. What is the outcome going to be? It's going to suck. It's going to be horrible. It's going to probably have a meltdown in the middle. It's like going to family dinner and knowing Uncle Bob is there and dreading it. Of course it's all going to blow up. But if you take a moment, breathe in, see the experience, see the moment, see the phone call, see the event, see the whatever it is, and then put a smile on your face. And breathe in and continue to hold that image and hold that smile and do it for a count of 10. You can do it for 3, 5, whatever works for you. You now see that experience, that event, that phone call, that scheduled thing, that doctor's appointment, that meeting with your boss, that project that's on your desk, with those happy, joyful, positive chemicals linked to it. So that when you physically arrive at it, your body's going to be like, oh, your mind's going to be like, oh, your spirit's going to be like, oh yeah, this is a happy place. We can't wait to be here. This is going to be so good. We've already experienced it in our body as really, really good, as really, really joyful, as really, really smile-inducing. Let's get in there and make it happen. What's the outcome going to be? What's the exit experience going to be? What's the impact you're going to have in the room before, during, and after? All right? So try it. It's not complicated. Doesn't require incense and special robes and salt baths and meditative music. Just requires that you practice smiling. Practice smiling. Trick your brain. It doesn't know the difference between a real smile and one that you manufactured. It's all linked to the muscles. It's all linked to the muscle response that we create, that creates the chemicals that change. It's science. If you want the scientific proof, I'll provide it and document it 5 ways over. But we so go into our Monday mornings, all shoulders tense and arms clenched and boxing gloves on. We see events coming up in our lives and events coming up in our days, and we get in there, oh God, I can't believe I have to do this. This sucks. My life is horrible. Oh, no, no. And we get in there, and then we wonder why we're not happy with our days, with our lives, with our experiences. We wonder why everything turns out to be crap around us. We wonder why we always have to get up and battle and fight. Well, duh. That's what you told your brain it has to do. And so it sends out those fight chemicals. It sends out that adrenaline. It sends out all that. Tell your brain something else. Tell your brain we're going to be happy and joyful and positive. Tell your brain you're going to walk through the experience with a smile on your face and you're going to be dancing and joyful. And your brain will be like, okay, you gave me the message. I follow the orders you give. I don't make them up. I just do what you tell me. And you tell me we're smiling, I'm going to tell you we're smiling. I'm going to agree with you in the smiling thing. I'm going to produce the chemicals that need to go along with the smiling thing. And, you know, if you walk in the room and you're smiling and your boss that was ready to confront you suddenly sees a smile on your face, here's the other thing. People respond to smiles. Like it tricks their brain into producing smiling chemicals. It produces the same experience that you're having through the smiling in others. It's biological. It's wired back to when we were chimps climbing in trees kind of thing. So those difficult situations that you're dreading walking through, you set the tone. You set the energy, not only for yourself, but for everybody else. And it takes what? 3 minutes, 5 minutes through this experience? Obviously, the more time you can spend in it, the more impact you will have. But if you're sitting in the car today about to walk into an experience that you're just dreading, that you're like, oh, this is going to be so bad. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I'm frightened. I'm fearful. I'm whatever the negative. Just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Put a smile to your face. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel awkward. You're going to feel like you're faking it. That's okay. Just do it. Pretend you're back in elementary school and it's picture day. Just get it on your face. And then breathe in and breathe out with it on your face and hold it a little longer and hold it for as much time as you can as you focus on that event. And I promise you, those chemicals will wake up. You will feel better about the experience. You will feel better about yourself. You will walk into it with more energy, more enthusiasm, more control, and you're going to influence the room and ultimately influence the outcome. All right? So I hope you guys enjoyed the Monday morning little meditation thing. I have a lot of these like little life hack, productivity hacks, success hacks that I use to get through my day, my week, my month, my life. I often take for granted that maybe you guys haven't been exposed to them or been shown them. And so I'll drop one in here and there if you like them. Just let me know through the comments, through the feedback, through the messaging, and I'll keep them coming. I'm sorry if I stepped on your lane, Liz. I love Liz's sunset meditation. She is so good. To be in Key West at a sunset. That would be a nice break. But until we can all get to Key West, do this little meditation. Take a moment and walk through it. Don't forget, Q&A Wednesday is coming up. I know a couple people had dropped Qs in Fun Friend Friday in a previous, and I have to go back and dig them out. If I missed it, take a moment and there you go. As Liz says, yes, breathe, smile, drop the shoulders, relax your forehead and jaw, drop the tongue, and I can't see the rest. But basically just bring the smile and just let your face move to smile. If you're having a difficult time moving to smile, if you're like, I can't make a smile on command, then think of a stupid joke, record how your body responded to that, and then use that to simulate the relaxed face, the smile face. And what's the harm? I mean, what's the harm? What's the cost? 3 minutes out of your day? I think the cost will probably be, well, the cost is zero, unless you count the battery that it took to play this video. So give it a try. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. But some of you will walk away going, oh, that's just horse pocky. That's just ridiculous. How is that going to help me with my boss? If you knew my boss, I could smile all day long and she still... Really? Really? What's it going to hurt? What's it going to hurt to try something different? What's it going to hurt to try something new? What's it going to hurt to just try? All right. So anyhow, if you had a cue, make sure you send it to me, Eric at Eric G. Reid. Make sure you subscribe, ericgreid.com/subscribe to get the Success Life Weekly newsletter. Lots of little things I'm trying to get done, trying to get them put together. I'll be honest with you, last week was a bit of a chaos between our family day and then my daughter's birthday. Hopefully we'll get some tennis lessons in this morning for my son. It's been pouring down rain. But summertime, my kids are here. One of the reasons I wanted to work and be available during the day was to be available for my kids. And so I try and discipline myself, but also remember that this is the only summer break they get when they're 9 and 10. And next year will be completely different. So forgive me if I'm not right on top of everything on schedule. It's not on purpose. So anyhow, with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. There you go. Visualize the outcome. And not to contradict Liz, but sometimes the visualization of the outcome creates the anxiety. Like if it doesn't go this way, then I failed. Visualize the feeling you want to have as you go through it. I want to feel confident. I want to feel empowered. I want to feel centered. I want to feel peace. I want to feel as if I'm doing my best. Visualize more the feeling that you want to have sometimes instead of becoming connected to the absolute outcome. Like if they don't all stand up and applaud and give me a standing ovation and invite me back next week, I failed. Because then we build up some kind of anxiety that we really don't have control over. So I know what Liz is saying, and I sort of want to just sort of like add to that. P.S. Gotta love Trello. There you go. Thank you, Donna. Trello is my coaching board. But anyhow, so set the intention. Set the intention for the energy, for the thought, for the feelings, for the experience that you want to have in and after. But start with the smile exercise. It'll shift the perspective going in. It'll change who you are in the moment. And sometimes it's just that little bit of a moment, that little bit of an opening that we need to get to where we want to go. You know, we got Jake, the hockey player. Sometimes, like he says, I just need a little bit of ice to get to the net. Sometimes you need a little bit of shift in your perspective to get you to where you want to go. And doing the smile meditation exercise, whatever you want to call it, might be the key for that. All right, so until I see you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern for another Success Life Live, go out and live your life with success. And by success, what I mean is being able to be engaged, being able to be fully present, being able to be fully connected to who you are, and moving into your higher and best self in that moment, in the next moment, and the next, and the next. It's about building a series of successful moments that fill your life with purpose and passion. And you are so worthy of it. There is nothing that separates you from someone else. So go out and live that life with success. It is yours, and you are fully worthy of it, my friends. Fully worthy of it. Bye-bye.